Hi guys, I hope that you're enjoying your second day of summer and I'm sending good thoughts to you. I changed a bit I'm doing this video in the kitchen. The lighting is different here. I'm not sure if I'm okay with this because usually the light makes me look funny. But this is the best place for me to do this video. And this is a video that was requested by a man in our community. And he wrote me with a link to a YouTube video and requested that I do a public reaction to it. And he requested this more than a week ago, but I got triggered by that video, so I needed to cool it and then get to the video. So first of all, the video itself. It's called Man Kisses Woman on live TV during COVID-19. Trinity, Bellwoods Park. And it's uploaded by a channel called Women in Canadian Politics. I don't want to link it because I don't want to directly, send you there to the channel. I mean, you're going to look it up. That's different. Essentially, what the video shows is a woman giving an interview while she's in the park to a television. And a television company, sorry. And a guy shows up out of nowhere and he pops his head in between her and the camera and he kisses her for a few seconds. So it was a cute kiss, I guess. And he then walks away and she's like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. So she was holding her dog and she's really overwhelmed. So they leave a few seconds with her face, being completely shocked and stunned and impressed and saying that she had met the guy a few minutes earlier. And then they go to him and ask him what he felt about it and if he was okay seeing what the current situation is. And he said, well, if now I have it, I think the kiss was worth it. They're both young, obviously. They're, I don't know, in their late 20s maybe. I didn't ask them, they just looked that way. And the man who requested that I do this public reaction was thinking that, I had tried during this pandemic to respect all the regulations and, stay inside, not date anybody. He's single. And there I am feeling like an idiot when I see these people, enjoying life and me trying to do the right thing and not enjoying my sex life, my intimate life, and so on. Now, those people are just kissing, so it's just a kiss. I guess it can still trigger people seeing how we're all in a pandemic. So the way first of all, I had a lot of triggers with it personally. I too have been single during the pandemic and it wasn't easy to watch that. I too have been wanting to have somebody, with whom I have mutual attraction and enjoy myself. I mean, I am a lot about the physical presence, so you can understand my body goes crazy. But even so, I don't really date, randomly. I mean, it's got to be somebody that I consider special. Otherwise, I can be great friends, great work collaborators, acquaintances, and so on, but not, So it's been crazy also for me, and that video triggered me also, pretty much in the same way that it triggered the man that sent it to me. So leaving that aside, my position as a sex coach is that this was a question of boundaries. And there are several layers of boundaries that are broken in a very straightforward, playful, childish, reckless, naive, immature, all the crazy stuff, like all the combination there. But there are layers of boundaries that are being broken. So in case you want to go watch that video, I'll put the name of it under this one, and you can just Google it for yourself or YouTube it for yourself. Here are my, the breakdown that I see. First of all, yes, there is a pandemic going on around, at least from the perspective of the majority of people on the planet, there is a pandemic. Some people deny it. Some people don't think that it's as bad as we're being told. I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm just going to acknowledge that there are multiple voices towards this. But during a pandemic, when people are supposed to wear masks and supposed to be really careful with what they do, yes, the first layer of boundary is the social one, socially acceptable one. During a pandemic, you kiss a stranger just like that. So that's boundary number one that is being broken from many people's perspective. From the perspective of the two people, by the looks on their faces, both of them, in the video, that wasn't a problem. With the people viewing, yes, it was a problem. The second one, two people, two strangers, kiss on live TV also. That's also a layer. So this one is, and they're doing it in a public domain. So this is a video filmed in a park. So there's another socially acceptable boundary that is being broken. And this one is, you're out in the park somewhere and, you're doing something and out of the blue, a stranger comes and kisses you. How would you react to that? That's a boundary. You didn't even know about it. So this is another boundary being broken. If you watch the video, for the two people there, that's not a problem. Like, she's completely smitten with him. And when he's being asked, okay, are you worried with the current situation that you have the virus now? And he's like, well, if I didn't have it before and now I do, the kiss was worth it. So, and yeah, the public risk of being rejected or anything, he didn't seem to worry about it. So he was very energized about it. These people got a lot of kicks from that socially disruptive deed, let's say. And yeah, then there's the boundary of being kissed out of the blue. That's the third layer. Even if you know the person, it might still be, surprising, and some people might not like it. This also depends on your erotic wiring. When I work with people, I get to break down a lot of these things. Like, those people, right off the bat, their erotic blueprints don't have a problem with being taken by surprise. Other erotic blueprints, yes, they do. And they don't get turned on, they startle. And being startled isn't exactly fun. So, this was just a really lucky combination. Not everybody's okay with being kissed out of the blue. And you may say that, wow, those people are sick. No, they're not. They just have a different sexual wiring. And it's okay to acknowledge that. So yeah, that's my take on it. So a lot of boundaries being broken, but the two people that broke those boundaries seem to be a perfect match for breaking boundaries, either on the doing side or the receiving side of it, because neither he nor she were anyway upset, pissed off. They were both impressed with one another. So I gotta honor that energy. What did I personally feel about it? I mean, aside from the fact that it stuck a fork in my wound, because I've been single for this entire time and it wasn't easy. I told myself, if a stranger, because yeah, those people were strangers. If a stranger were to kiss me out of the blue, I wouldn't take it so well. COVID or not, I wouldn't take it so well. That's me. If somebody that I liked and knew kissed me out of the blue, I'd be more relaxed about it. But a stranger, no way. No freaking way. I'd get super angry. I'd swear. If he would be in a punching range, I'd punch the guy. I mean, what are you doing? What the fuck? So I'm super protective of my space. And I'm one of the, I used to be a tomboy when I grew up. So I had, as you saw in yesterday's post, I had short hair growing up. I was pretty much a tomboy. So when somebody pissed me off, I mean, even if I was small and thin, they used to call me Twiggy, I'd still fight back. I mean, with what I've got, I'll fight you. So yeah, that's what I do. But if it was somebody that I liked and had the hots for, I'd probably be like short-circuited, meaning I wouldn't know what to say, because I wouldn't know what to say. I'd be blocked for a few seconds. I'd be in shock. I'd be like, wow, what did just happen? And after that, I'd probably have a rush of emotion and I'd need to discharge it with working out, with jogging, with doing something, moving. So I'd have a rush of energy and an entire emotional spectrum there with anger, excitement, ugh, pissed off, upset, all of that. So yeah, it would be really uncomfortable still. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It would be thrilling, but it would also be uncomfortable. So, it would be, if you know the erotic blueprints, if you've ever heard me mention them, it would trigger the sexual erotic blueprint in me, where people are contradictory. So they like the person, but they kind of hate him or her. They're turned on, but that person is so nasty. They think the person is awful, but they're great in bed. So there's always a contradiction, a conflict there, which is extremely arousing and extremely potent in sexuality if you know how to play it well. So I think if it was somebody that I had the hots for, I think that would trigger the sexual blueprint in me. It's not my dominant blueprint. I have a different one, but I think it will also trigger this one, and I'd have a conflictive perspective about it, conflictive emotions, and so on. So yeah. So I think I've spoken for enough time. So I hope I got a chance to deliver, about the boundaries here and about the excitement for some people while breaking boundary after boundary after boundary. And, this isn't to say that I encourage people to do that. Certainly not. I never encourage people to do one thing or the other. I always encourage people to sit down and feel, not think, feel into what it is that they want to do, what it is that they feel like doing in a situation. So feeling. That's the closest thing that you can get to an instinct, because an instinct, it just action and reaction immediately. You don't even feel, you don't even think, it just, your body does it for you. That's what instincts are. But at least feel into it. Don't rationalize it too much. I mean, I've done that enough in this video here. Just feel into it. And again, if you want to watch the video, man kisses woman on live TV during COVID-19, Trinity, Bellwoods Park. You can search that on YouTube and knock yourself out. And I'll see you with other videos. And again, enjoy the summer. Bye.